this, them, you know, referencing it, but this is just the book boy. I don't know why his thing is obstructed. He's not like a big character, so I get it. Why is this one still alive? Oh, that's weird. Can I just move on?
Yeah.
It's magically locked. That's weird. Well, maybe we have to take out the ones that still, you know, because there's a couple that are still here. So what if we go in here? Gambler of Fate. Oh, this fight. This frickin' fight, man.
What's that?
It's the king and Diz. I mean, Ansem the Wise. They must be higher up. We better hurry.
Why we go through here? Oh. Pick a card, any card. What the heck, man? Those are some powerful properties to just get rid of all of them like that. Oh, I hate this fight. Win a time-based battle. Finish off the enemies before their time gauge runs out. If the sword runs out of time or HP, it's game over. So you have to, like, battle for points to keep the gauge going. I hate this fight. Look, I'm glad they're trying to introduce stuff, but, like gimmicky fights, but no. Ow! Can't help me. What the? Just... Oh my god. Ah. I had to select it on the menu. I thought I had to select it. Card attack! Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Magician Girl! Come on, where's my, oh, what was the big card that called me? Got him. Ow. Find Luxor's card.
Yeah.
Oh, that's unfair. Gotcha. What the? Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a find the pebble, find the pebble. That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
That's not fair, I got you.
Yeah.
I'm not playing your stupid game, I don't give a crap. I'm just gonna attack you. I'll just freaking attack you, who cares? Just freaking juggle him forever, how about that?
Look who's on top of the game.
Oh god.
Scatter.
What the crap, man? I'm clicking it. I'm doing it. What the?
Don't squander your time.
I freaking did it. I hate this game. I hate dice. Freaking RNG bull craps. Freaking crap things. Come on. Nope. Is that driving you all crazy too? Because it's driving me crazy, I'll say that. Gotcha! Get out of here, Luxord. Notice, by the way, all of the organization members were apprentices of, like, Ansem the Wise, or were no, those aren't shields, dude. Or were like the guards of the castle or Axel of them.
Roxas.
But Luxord
That's Sora!
wasn't. Also, people back from the Deep War too. But Luxord wasn't. Oh, thank goodness. You guys couldn't have just broken out? Like, come on.
You okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Easy.
Let's keep moving.
Easy. Answer report 9. What do they have to say about this? What a report the king with. It was a bad story, because strong my weapon solely with the power of dark. Roxas, I know that name. Once I spoke with him. Why would you, Sora? Who is he? Remember? Because they were connected at the time and spoke. That was funny. There's one more gate. We save that so I don't do that fight again. Gimmick fights. I know they're trying, and again, oh, I don't have enough high potions. Look at that, I'm running out. Yeah, whatever, I don't care. Alright, let's kick this guy's butt. Only one left! We've killed every other organization member. The final one. You guys really like staring out into like space, don't you?
Only you could have made it this far in one piece, Roxas.
That's really getting old.
He's also Roxas, technically. Yeah, he's a sentient. That's a big weapon.
Different name, same fate.
Oh, he protected Kyrie. Riku's cost so much. Oh boy, here we go. So this gimmick is he's invincible as long as he has the gauge. So I'm just gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm trying to do things, so I have to like hit him with this. It's the only thing that can hurt him when he's like that. How about this? Wreck, baby. Nah, I'm already out. My form is not leveled up, so I don't need to keep it long. Probably should have done faster, honestly. Ooh, as long as he doesn't touch the ground, he can't go invincible. I'll just juggle you forever. Please, the air is my real estate. It's Sora's second home, baby. You never played him on Smash? Freaking ridiculous amounts of air control. Oh my god! Oh god, this move. Can I defeat him while in final form? Does that do you count as alright nobody? Do I get an experience points for that? Because I'll do it. I'll fucking force him. Oh yeah, I can't hurt him. He's not out of it. No, let me buy! Here, let me heal. Yep. Thank God for Leaf Bracer. Can't be hurt while I'm healing. Oh my god. Oh, crap on a stick. Let me get up! Let me get up! I literally can't. I can't. Move. You're almost out. Holy crap. Got him!
If I had a heart.
Bye! Did you see that combo? I just like sat there, freaking second win, man. As long as it's in the one combo, they can't kill you. Bye. Settle down, dude.
Why? Kingdom Hearts. Where is my heart?
You promised me. Seriously, back. There he goes.
I don't get it. Why has everybody been calling me Roxas?
Come on, man.
Because, Sora, Roxas is your nobody.
My... nobody? But that's crazy. I never turned into a heart...
Yes, you did.
Right.
It was when you came to rescue me. Remember?
Nalabash?
Xemnas was the one who found Roxas.
I don't know why you appeared in
He
Twilight
could use the
Town.
Keyblade because he was your nobody.
He used the same thing you did.
That's why Xemnas brought him into the organization. But Roxas betrayed them.
Because
After that, I fought him because I thought it would help you
someone
wake
maybe
up.
that they lost.
I lost. But the next time we met, I made sure I was the stronger one.
The scene. He's wearing the blindfold. This is right after he left the organization, Seven Fighter Axel, and someone else was lost. Why was he mad again? Why was he so mad at the organization? Why? Do we remember why? Was there someone he lost? Probably a girl, right?
Why don't you quit?
Come on, Sora. I thought you were stronger than that.
Huh? Get real. Look which one of us
Look
is
how he
winning.
responds.
So it's true. You really are his nobody.
Why do you look
Guess
like
Diz
that?
was right after
Ventus-
all.
Ventus'
What
heart
are you
inside.
talking about? I and me. Nobody else.
And that's why he can dual wield, is because, like, with Sora, Ventus' heart as well.
How many times do I have to beat you?
All right. You've left me with no other choice.
What?
I have to release the power in my heart. The dark power that I've been holding back.
In order to do it,
Even if it changes me forever.
we all saw this at the end of 358 over 2 days. I love the splash step. That's anime as hell right there. I freaking love it. No, it's so cool. Ah, I love it so much.
I have accepted it.
And Diz shows up and beats a freaking Diz as he is.
Diz. He could feel Sora.
Oh, he told you how he felt, did he? Ridiculous.
What a
Nobody
freaking
cannot
little...
feel anything.
You suck, Ansem. You let your... This is what happens when you let bitterness take over you guys.
If he had
It's
met
not real
Sora,
life.
things might have been different.
Not whenever we humans allow bitterness to take over. It changes us. We start seeing the world through a different lens. It's not very nice.
Maybe I didn't need to fight him after all. I think he left the organization because he really wanted to meet you.
He did. And he also wanted to attack the organization because of what they did to her for some reason.
Too.
What do you mean meet him? You did. We had a whole battle. I'll be right here. Points to self.
All right, let's go.
Full boxes. Ansem report 12. Alright. It's got a room with a view. Look at this. Freaking Axel gets the good room. So if y'all adventuring will also be a normal life. Why do I always get left out? Yeah, Nomura. Why? Why does she get to be in the story? Gonna damsel her again? Surely in Kingdom Hearts 3 she'll be. Yeah. It's awesome, especially before we go. I wonder what this castle's built for. It's pretty serious. They're home. I met Roxas because a guy named Diz. We trust Diz at first, we both knew each other's home. And it turned out he was Ansem the Wise, but he wasn't being so wise at that point, so his name was different. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, look, they have the thorns. Maleficent would like that. That's right up her alley. Man, I've only done this for 34 hours. Usually this game takes me like 60 hours to get like all this kind of stuff. At least 50 or something. We've been blasting through. I guess I just know it so well at this point. Here we go. Digitize into Heartless.
Ansem?
I'm a fool.
You are.
I spent years studying the workings of the heart. Yet it seems I still haven't learned a thing.
What do you mean?
The process of encoding hearts is incalculable.
It's like knowing psychology,
The
but not
inhabitants of my
understanding
twilight
humans.
town were data created from real hearts.
Painter pencil
I was
lead.
convinced that they would think and behave the way I had envisioned, but I couldn't have been more wrong. A heart is so much more than any system. I saw it when Roxas and Kairi crossed paths. I knew, but I was too stubborn to accept it. It's always the same. I try to wrap my mind around things my heart already knows, only to fail.
That's a quote.
While I was trying to bring Sora back, I had so many plans in store. But once Sora was an acting force, they fell apart.
Can't just control people.
All my research amounted to nothing compared with that one boy's heart.
Ansem, a machine!
All the more proof that hearts cannot be contained by data. Run, my friend. It's going to self-destruct, and anything could happen.
But
Anything.
Majesty.
Remember, he said anything. We'll hold you to that.
The rest is up to you. And Roxas, I doubt you can hear me, but I am sorry.
Oh, yeah, change of
My
heart.
heart is telling me what I must do. Please allow me to do what it says.
Seppuku must be done.
No! Riku!
His heart's decided. We can't change that.
I was wondering who would dare interfere.
Oh, master
with
and
my
apprentice.
kingdom
Well, half of
hearts.
the apprentice.
And look, here you all are. How convenient for me. Ansem the Wise. You look pathetic.
Have your laugh. I deserve as much for failing to see you for the fool you are.
Students do take after their teachers.
Ouch! That was a good burn!
Only a fool would be your apprentice. After all, none of this would have happened without you.
Kind of. Xehanort sent them
You
pieces.
are the source of all heartless.
Not all heartless.
It was your research that inspired me to go further than you ever dared.
But he was the one who actually,
I admit, my disregard brought chaos to more worlds than one. But what were you seeking? You erased me from the world, only to take my name and continue research better left forgotten. Is this the answer you've been looking for?
All that and more. I'm carrying on what you yourself began, and I'm creating a brand new world, one heart at a time. I thought you'd praise me, but all you ever do is hold me back.
You never loved me,
I
Dad!
understand, though. Unlike me, you have a heart, and you're powerless to control it. Consumed by the jealousy you feel toward the student who surpassed you.
God, freaking Xehanort is so full of this.
Xehanort, foolish apprentice of a foolish man. You have surpassed nothing. Only proved how little we both know.
Okay, so here's my thing. Remember how Kingdom Hearts 1 came out first, then Chain of Memories, then 2. I think that Nomura at first had Xehanort just as his apprentice and that was it, like apprentice gone wrong kind of situation. I don't know if he had bald man putting himself in a guy, being reborn, and then becoming the apprentice thing. Nomura always, like, because you see how this is worded, and it looks to me like it's like this was how it's supposed to be, just a failed apprentice by the master, that whole thing. I don't know if he had the whole back lore with Aqua and all that, but he did say Braig, where Braig's line where he said, wow, you're nothing compared to them, which is referencing them. So Nomura is so weird, because sometimes I'm like, you planned it, and sometimes I'm like, this, you retconned. So it's God, he's so weird. I mean, all the apprentice stuff holds
profess
anyway.
to know the heart, but its essence is beyond our reach. We're both ignorant, as oblivious as when
And that's
we
where
began.
true learning and wisdom begins. And the Lord can start to lead. Humility.
That any world you try to create, any world of yours, would be an empire of ignorance. That is why you and your creation are destined to fall. We've said enough. Rico, you know what to do. King Mickey, my friend, forgive me. Farewell.
Oh, shoot! Riku protected him. Oh my god, light show. Where's my sunglasses? It's so much light. So much sacrifice. How can the darkness stand? The hearts. And we're collected. Look at them, they're like, yes! I get to live and be! And you know what that means? Oh, boys, it's feast time! Look at this! It's raining money! Yep, and remember they're so close to the Oreo cream filling in the Dark Realm, so the heart was just like, heck yeah! Ugh. Everyone okay? Anyone blind?
Riku!
Oh, what? Riku?
Riku!
Oh man, look at that hairdo.
Wow!
Riku!
He's hot! He's hot!
Ansem did say anything could happen.
Freaking Nomura being like, anything can happen. Riku's back to his hot self. You know that was because of like the fans are like, we don't want him to look like that. Here, Deus Ex Machina.
Riku, you gonna take that off?
Oh.
I'm blind now, so. And the panties drop. What
was that?
To be fair, he does look the best in this game.
His eyes couldn't lie.
Lie? And just who were you trying to fool? Huh? Huh?
Myself.
Oh,
Riku,
well, you don't have to get all
come on, man.
self-reflective.
Why did you try to do so much on your own? You've got friends like us.
Let's freaking smile. He was ashamed of what's happened in the past. It's hard to face people whenever like you've changed, but you don't know if they'll accept that. The Lord has redemption for all, but it's scary.
Have you forgotten? I'll tell you why. Because I'm not a total sap like you.
Oh, please.
Say that again.
I'm not a total sap like you. Oh, that looks ruined. Hey, where'd Xemnas go, by the way? Oh, that's a lot.
What should we do, Riku?
Kick
We
some
must
ass.
defeat Xemnas. He's the organization's last survivor.
Right.
Kid him. Oh, yeah. And now the panties drop. Look at his muscles. Seriously, you know, girl. Oh, everything's so girl, man. Also, you probably should get rid of that. It blocks the darkness. I mean, that's actually pretty tough. Oh, that's right. You actually get him in your party. Holy, I forgot. Oh my God, he's awesome. I forgot about that. I forgot you like actually get him. Oh, I do want his limit. It's really good. Hyper healing. Okay, that's good. Defender can kiss my butt. I kind of want. Oh, item boost. Get the heck out of here. I do want his because his is like really good. I know I turned off everyone else's, but I do want his. Also, Riku, my boy. I'm just gonna. Well, they're only potions. I don't care. He can use them for whatever he wants. I need more high potions. Actually, well, come on, Goofy. Because we have a heal in, Oh, yeah, I can call him to help and stuff. That's awesome. I'm trying to... I wanna get my... Come on. One more hit. Come on, one more hit. One more hit. One more hit. Come on, give me 5. Come on, hit me. Hit me. What are you doing? Hit me. Yeah. Yes, I will access final. God, final's so cool! Look at this! God, final's so freaking cool. Oh, wanna see it by the way?
Is that all you got?
Yeah.
I'll take him.
This is freaking awesome! Come on! Look how cool this is!
We're gonna lose it all!
Freaking rad! God, that's so cool. Oh my. Okay. Jeez. Freaking big guys.
That's
Die. Yeah, boy. Attack me, Riku. Ow! Holy crap, someone kill him. Get through the stone. Look at this place. Look how cool this is. Oh, you can see like the walking down there. Oh, come on. These towers are so awesome. Oh my god, it's freaking thunder. Ooh, AP boost. Oh yeah, I got auto fire, which I don't want. I don't want auto forms. I can select those myself. Alright, take off the frickin'. Where is item boost? Get this crap off me. Where is it? Get it off. Alright. Drive converter. Give me more of them orbs. Here we go. Oh, there's a thing over there. I don't need to get the secret ending. It's just hurt my sleep, so I don't care. Oh yeah, I can't use magic. Ouch. Hi. Jeez, man. Holy Calcum. Let's go.
Sora! Riku!
What, girl? What's wrong? Oh. Oh, it's just a little bit of soot. Oh, that's not soot.
There's gonna be no end to this.
We can take him. We can take.
Together we can stop them.
Wisdom form grinding.
Be gone from here. Leave these creatures to
I'm
us.
sorry.
But there's no way we could take them all.
I will be sending them after Xemnas. Or perhaps you would rather fight them yourself.
Oh.
Frankly, my dear, I'd rather run.
Off with you then.
Oh, look at this.
If it ain't the Boat Boy King.
Time to weigh anchor, Captain Pete.
What, like abandoned ship? I don't think so.
Sora, your majesty, do not forget.
You're
when
helping?
I destroy them all, this castle shall be mine.
You can have it, lady.
Now looky here. Opportunities like this don't come along every day, you know.
Oh, Pete. Oh, look at him.
Bring 'em on.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. Yay, the baddies are doing good work.
But
they're doing what their hearts command. We can't interfere.
Let them die. It takes care of two problems at once. Yes, you'll never have to see that old Palooka again. I'm almost sad. Except I'm not. Okay. Alright, you frickin' garbage man.
Oh,
Turn it off! Shut it off! Before I shut it off for you!
No. I'll have to start all over again. Warriors of the Keyblade, go forth and bring me more hearts.
No.
No!
I choose
Denizens of
decline.
light, answer this. Why?
Also, Kyrie, you have a Keyblade too. Come on.
Darkness?
Get in here.
Huh, we don't hate it. It's just kinda scary. But the world's made of light and darkness. You can't have one without the other.
Not in real
Darkness
life.
is
Light
half
can
of
exist on its
everything.
own. Lord is eternal. But he did create.
Sort of makes you wonder why we are scared of the dark.
It's because of who's lurking inside it.
Then allow me another question. You accept darkness, yet choose to live in the light. So why is it that you loathe us who teeter on the edge of nothing? We who were turned away by both light and dark. Never given a choice.
Always have a
That's
choice.
simple. It's because you mess up our worlds.
Also, you have a choice.
That may be. However, what other choice might we have had?
Get him?
Just give it a rest. You're nobodies. You don't even exist. You're not sad about anything.
That's true. He's just faking it.
Very good. You don't miss a thing. I cannot feel sorrow. No matter what misery befalls the worlds, no matter what you think, what you feel, or how you exist.
He's a sociopath. But you still have a choice. You can sociopaths do. You can choose to do this right. Alright, here we go. Bring it on. White-haired wannabe.
Guys!
Oh, this is different. I can't do final form, no! I can't do it.
Come closer.
Face down. Let's go. I freaking love this. Ah, so cool. You see me dodge that? Holy crap! I also love how his blade, his like weapon is just lightsaber in hands.
Yeah.
Oh, you're using a Sephiroth's V down? Please. Becomes me and Sensei. I've already learned how to get around that. He's pounded me to the ground enough to teach me. Beat you as Kingdom Hearts 1, baby.
Come closer.
I'll beat you with the old style. Oh, this is the battle I was supposed to have in Kingdom Hearts 1. He was the secret boss. See, I'm doing it, everyone. I did fight him. See? Oh, I thought did I not hit it this time? Oh, come on. Got him. Woohoo! Look at me spin. Bye. Look, he disappeared. He's dead. We did it. Yep, that was it. It's not, though.
Sora! Where are you?
I'm here. Hold on. Hold on. The world's evaporating. Give me a second. It's raining up.
Sora! Where are you? I'm here. Hold on. Hold on. The world's evaporating. Give me a second. It's raining up. It's raining up. Give me a second. 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 It's raining up. Give me a second.
Answer me!
Ow! Oh, I'm not in first form.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Where's Xemnas?
Fucking broke the spleen.
Hear me, Kingdom Hearts. It seems we must begin anew. But know this. I will give to you as many hearts as it takes. Mark my words. You can no more be complete without me than I without you.
Actually, there's like 2 other ways to call me that we know, so
Kingdom
like,
Hearts.
I don't actually need you to exist, but alright.
Lend me your power so that we may be complete. The power to erase the fools that hinder us.
Xemnas, no!
Hearts quivering with hatred.
Xemnas, don't!
Hearts burning with rage.
Everyone call out to him. I'm sure he'll listen by the 4th attempt.
That fool Ansem said the heart's true nature was beyond his understanding. But it's not beyond mine. Hearts are the source of all power.
Luminescent, alright. Shouldn't you like be immune, Sora, basically? Riku should just melt away.
You can't hide from us.
We're not gonna let him get away now.
Look at that!
Okay, come get this guy out of me, seriously.
What's going on?
Kingdom Hearts.
Let's go. Xemnas must be inside.
So is this Kingdom Hearts, Chris?
The worlds
really.
gave us this doorway. They want us to be the guardians of their destiny.
Once we go through, there's no turning back. It's victory or oblivion. So, Sora, are you ready?
Alright, here we go. Once we walk through, this is it. The last boss. Remember before? We stood facing each other, opposite sides of the door. We'll stand by side. Together. Okay, so this is the same door as the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. So it's going to open to the realm of darkness or the world between. That's the whole point. Kingdom Hearts is basically saying, get this thing out of me! Tired of waiting, don't tell me to stay behind. Now wherever goes, others follow. Got it? Yeah, you're gonna be stupid. Xemnas is probably growing even stronger. It's waiting for us. Battle begins with Xemnas' research. Let's finish it for him. Actually, it began with Xehanort 10 years. Actually, more than 10 years ago. Actually, it began with the Master. Master's way back. Oh, jeez. You get the idea. Let your guard down. Let's save the world. Let's go and slip by. Alright, there we go. So now we are at the final boss. We are ready to go. And honestly, it's pretty early. We could do it today, but we're not going to because there's a couple things I need to do. So I'm going to have to do that. Okay. Riku, as much as I love you, you don't have Lucky. So I'm going to need you to leave. Yeah, you don't have it. Because I need Lucky. I have to have it. Because I have to go farm stuff. Okay. So, let me see something. We have not been... So, we've gotten a bunch of Ansem reports. How do I view those? Nobody know-it-all. I must have beat all nobodies. Ansem reports. Oh, we have all of them. Alright, so... Before we stop, though, since we have a little bit of time, so what I'm going to do... Searchers. I got all the reports. What I'm going to do is we're going to come back next week. And next week, I'm going to have Ultima, Save the King, Save the Queen, and I will be ready to fight the last boss. But before that, we're going to do 2 secret well, no, 1. You have to do the other one after. But 1 secret boss before a certain one-winged terrifying opponent. Someone kill me. Just imagine you're facing Sensei on Smash. That's not helping. He plays Sephiroth on Smash, so I always play Sora and I get my butt kicked. So this will go differently, right? So we're gonna fight Sephiroth first, final boss and end of the story, and then the secret lingering will. That'll be done next week. And then that'll be it for the Kingdom Hearts 2 Chronicle, for the Kingdom Hearts Chronicles for Kingdom Hearts 2. And that'll finish everything off. But I've got some stuff to do first. I'm going to power up all the drive forms. I'll power up all the drive forms. I'm going to do the tournament, and we'll move on from there. But first, since we have a little bit of time, and we're ending actually pretty early, let's go ahead and read these reports. So remember, in the first game, there was secret, in Kingdom Hearts 1, there were secret Ansem reports. And these are also reports that we can read. So, let's take a look. Okay, so these reports are actually Ansem the Wise, because it says, while I govern Radiant Garden. So remember, these reports, to help you guys, these reports are being written. I reference this slide a lot. I probably should have made it more better or whatever. These reports are being written. Come on. While Ansem the Wise here is ruling over Radiant Garden. Let me get rid of the Radiant Garden, right? So this is whenever he ruled over it. Xehanort was a part of it, and like they were all his apprentices before the darkness like took over and stuff, and all the things went bad. So this is the reports written during this time. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Oh shoot, not. Nope. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Let me see if I can do Ansem's voice. My efforts these many years have come to fruition, with the world I govern having become a paradise worthy of being called Radiant Garden, Hall of Ashenford Valley. Nurtured by the power of pure water, the source of life. Remember, because all the water in the was through all the city. That's cool. Fragrant flowers bloom in abundance, and the people face each other each day with hopeful smiles. Where there is light, darkness also lurks. As noted in my earlier reports, I must solve the mystery of this darkness of the heart. This paradise depends on it. So once again, fear of darkness that could take over and the fear that could be is what starts to lead him down that path. Do you remember this happening at some other time? Where fear of darkness kind of led to like the problem? Do you remember that, guys? Do you remember that happening? Do you remember that? Do you remember that happening with someone else? Do you remember that? Do you remember that happening? Nah, it must be my turn. Humans try to form patterns where they actually aren't. So that must be what I'm doing. So that must just be it. History repeats itself. Human depravity will always find its way. I shall perform an experiment to probe the depths of a person's heart. One of my own apprentices, Xehanort, has volunteered to be a subject. So this is Xehanort taking over Terra's body and lost his memory, remember? This is after Aqua saved him. The young man has served me ever since I nursed him back from death's door some years ago, after he was dropped off. He had lost all his memories at the time. Okay, alright, okay, never mind. Remember how I said, Xehanort was just supposed to be an apprentice? Alright, Nomura did plan it. Fine. I'll give it to him. Lost his memories at the time, but later showed remarkable intelligence, curiosity, and readily absorbed my teachings, gaining deep wisdom. Because remember, Xehanort, as the old man, had already studied the heart and darkness and everything, so that curiosity for the dark and for knowledge and power was already in that heart. Any mental immaturity is surely due to his young age. Surely it's just his young age is causing the immaturity problems. That's the only reason. See, he's overlooking stuff. Gosh. If I explore Xehanort's heart with psychological tests, I may be able to recall the past locked away within him. EMDR is pretty good for that if you want to touch on trauma. You can always do a trauma narrative. Gestalt has some good stuff. Empty Chair can start to get you started. Things like that. My psychology training. I'm a mental health counselor, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know. Almost at my master. Almost. I mean, my license. Almost. Okay. My apprentice Evan also has shown great interest in Xehanort's memories. That's the scientist guy. Remember him? That was his real name as a human. But is he really the right subject? Xehanort doesn't even exhibit extraordinary talents. Too extraordinary. Perhaps even superhuman. Because he was Xehanort, the old man, first. I I've made a grave mistake. Oh, your first one? My study of the darkness of the heart began with a simple psychological test and quickly snowballed. Spurred on by my youngest apprentice, Ienzo. Who's Ienzo? All of them are organization members. They have their names switched around with the X. Evan is the scientist guy. Ienzo is... I'm just gonna look it up. Give me a sec. I'm gonna look it up. Ienzo. Oh, it's the book boy. It's book boy. It's I have to keep moving this. Let me pull up the organization members. Where are they? Come on, where are they? It's No. It's this guy. This guy up here, book boy. So yeah. I constructed a massive laboratory inside the basement of my castle. That's where you explored. Do you remember in Hollow Bastion when we went under with the bubbles? And there was that broken down place. That was the place. And then that place got taken over. And then, Wi-Fi connection lost. Holy no. And then it was the place that led to Tron's and all that. Unbeknownst to me, my 6 apprentices then began collecting a large number of subjects which should perform dangerous experiments into the darkness of the heart. So his 6 apprentices would have been, get them up. Give me a sec. 1, 2, I guess 3, 4, 5. I don't know who's the 6 is. When we go to the organization themselves, let me see who it would be. So we've got 1, 2, 3, I guess. He wasn't a researcher, he was just a guard, but sure. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess Braid counts. Yeah, 5. Demix wasn't there. Luxor wasn't there. These 2, I don't know who their people are. I still don't. Even with all the knowledge I have that you guys don't, or some people don't. He wasn't. These 2 were kids who got caught up in it. Him and him were best friends. She came from the deep lore. He came from the deep lore. Remember, he was one of the leaders. Roxas is Ventus and all that. I don't know who the 6th is, so maybe someone will tell me. But that's fine. Yeah. This is Ventus, so they were doing bad stuff. As soon as I found out, I called my apprentices together and ordered them not only to cease their studies, but destroy the results of their research thus far. I still kept them. They still got to keep their science degrees, of course. I mean, I'm not inhuman. What on earth was happening within the hearts of my 6 beloved apprentices? While pursuing the mysteries of the darkness of the heart, could they themselves have strayed into its depths? Oh, crap. Yet I remain the most foolish of all, for I have begun these experiments. We're not meant to interfere in the depths of another's heart, no matter what our reasons for doing so. My error plunged me into despair. A visitor from another world soothed my dejected soul. A tiny king named Mickey, this is when we visited, came wielding a legendary key, the infamous Keyblade, said to bring forth chaos and prosperity to the world. So chaos is from the Keyblade War, and prosperity is... And by the way, the key he had was not the golden one, because he hadn't gotten it yet. It was just the, it's the Starlight one. It's the Starlight one. The one that he had during training. He's very knowledgeable on many topics, and we deepened our friendship as we conversed companion. Upon his advice, I decided to review the data obtained in my basement lab. This is when I discovered the Ansem reports. They bore my name. The only one I'd written was number 0. So that was in Kingdom Hearts 1, those Ansem reports that was written by Xehanort. He took on his name. Apparently, he had gone on to pen numbers 1 through 8 himself. Yes, the first subject in my foolish experiments. His apprentice. Chaos affected not only this world, but many others worlds besides. In the Ansem reports, my apprentice Xehanort had written under my name. I found the records. He's just using a pen name, dude. Everyone does it. Tom Sawyer, you know, all of them. No, not Tom. Yeah, no, not Tom. No, Tom Sawyer was a kid. Was the guy? Who's the one who wrote it? Holy crap! It's not Tom Sawyer. Wait, what? Why am I dumb? What the freaking? Yeah, Tom Sawyer is Mark Twain. Tom Sawyer is the character. What the frick is wrong with me? I knew that didn't sound right. I was like, yeah, Tom Sawyer, the author. I wrote a book. You want to see it, Huckleberry? Oh, well, let me see it. Oh, that's a good book right there. The possum ran in the road and got ran over. I'm done. I have a master's degree, everyone. I found the records of this hideous experiment along with this hypothesis about the door that had opened. Had appeared out of the darkness of my basement. Yeah, because when Xehanort was doing experiments in the basement, it procked the dark world to open up there a little bit, and some Heartless came out. He said, "What are these?" And instead of being a smart guy, being like, "Oh, we shouldn't have these," he was like, "What if I did it again?" All living things have hearts. All hearts hold darkness deep within. Worlds are no exception. The world is a being. The heart it holds must be colossal. The darkness at its core must be monstrous indeed. Why all the blank space, dude? Does Xehanort pass through the... He's trying to reach the page limit. Look at this guy. Xehanort pass through that door to attempt to contact the Dark Realm? No, not only Xehanort. Because my 5 other apprentices, believing it was for the sake of research, stared deep into the darkness and were pulled into it. Okay. Evan, that's scientist. Ienzo, that's book boy. Braig, that's the frickin' shooty. Dylan, that's that's Lance guy where the battle sucked. Alias is look at this up. Yes. Okay, that's the big dude. That's the big dude with the huge weapon. Okay, so that's 5. Okay, I think I said 6, but yeah, that's 5. Oh, 6 is Xehanort. Never mind, that makes sense. Okay, yeah. I thought Dylan and Alias were just guards, but I guess they were researchers too. Ceased to be human. They lost their hearts and became nobodies. I too have had everything taken away from me. Vanished to a hollow realm of nothingness. So this is whenever their world got taken over and he got, like, thrown to the Dark Realm. What is Xehanort hoping to gain with my pilfered existence? Will my people cease to smile? If the light of hope has been extinguished, I shall henceforth walk with darkness as a friend. Here in the realm of nothingness to which I have been relegated. Darkness in the midst of nothing. Darkness and zero. Thus I shall be known as Diz. So darkness and zero, he got the name Diz. What are you? What are you, like 12? Discarded the stolen name Ansem. Going searching for revenge. So this is when revenge started. I can scroll the page, that's nice. Existence days spent in that beautiful paradise are an illusion to me now. How long have I been here, banished to realm of nothing? Oh, so he fell in the dark realm like someone else did, wandering. So he fell in alive. Usually you only go there whenever, like, the Heartless go there and stuff like that. You lose your heart and stuff like that. But he got pulled in alive like Aqua did and wandered like she did. I don't know if he got attacked, but it is only by relying upon my anger and hatred I've been able to retain my sense of self here. All existence is nullified. So he kept himself together by having his darkness build up in him. So the Heartless went by him and went, "Oh, you're one of us," and so it corrupted him. But Aqua, they attacked her because she kept the light going to help. 2 different wanderers, 2 different paths. She never gave up. He did. My heart is being overcome with hatred towards my apprentices, possessed by the darkness, and with the anger I feel for stupidly allowing myself to be betrayed. Is this darkness eating away at my heart? I cannot continue to idle away my time. What are Xehanort and the others attempting to do? I must unravel the mystery of these Ansem reports, intercept my apprentices, defeat them. That is my mission. The only way to repay the world for my sins. Those beings who lack hearts, the heartless, must be the key. The darkness of the heart made flesh. Cursed shadows who not only lack hearts, but multiply by seizing hearts from any of the living things. Where have they come from? Where are they going? So we know where they came from. They came from the original darkness that It came from the original darkness that, good old... What the... Stop! What? Are you done? Good old Master of Masters was talking to you, the original darkness, back whenever his world was wonderful. And then it got all destroyed as well, huh? Apprentices falling apart, and then the world's fought. Wow. Nomura just writes the same story over and over. Or is that humanity doing it and Nomura is just copying us? Chicken or the egg? Oh wait, Bible. Truth. No, humanity came first. But it is funny. It's funny how, like, Nomura wrote this story to be like humanity screwing itself over, giving into darkness, and jumping at shadows and creating their own problems. Oh, kind of like being in paradise, and then a fruit that creates a problem of sin that, wow, it really is just that. Holy crap, the word just wrote from the Garden of Eden falling into the fallen world. Wow. The truth of history leading to a fake story. Well, might as well write truth is stranger than fiction, am I right? Or maybe they're just the same. Where have they all come from? Where are they going? 3 elements combine to create life. Heart, soul, and body. So we've touched on the heart, that's heartless. Body, that's nobody's spirit. What about the soul? Even where I am, the soul's never really been touched. Like, what of the soul? The body is left behind when the heart is lost. When the soul leaves the body, its vessel, life gives way to death. But what about when the heart leaves? A being does not perish when his heart leaves its body. The heart alone disappears in the darkness. So the being becomes the nobody. The soul, we haven't really actually touched on that in Kingdom Hearts. Oh god, no, don't give no more stuff to mess with. He already is now, please. There's a little time. If I remain in this realm much longer, I will certainly learn these answers in a hard way. My heart is already a captive of darkness. In this realm is a report file. In this realm where all existence has been disintegrated, I have just barely... disintegrated. Yeah, okay. I have just barely managed to preserve my sense of self by continuing to think and to write. It is a place where even time has lost all meaning. That's why Aqua never aged there. Alright, he set that up early, fair enough. Eternity has but a moment. I must make haste. Certainly their plan, even though time doesn't exist, I gotta be quick. Certainly their plans are already underway. The Heartless must be the key to unraveling this mystery. The 6 traitors were operating a laboratory that churned out those cursed soldiers. Ah, that's what we found at the bottom. That's where Tron, the DCP, and all that was making the Heartless. They were starting to, like, manufacture Heartless. Not only did they generate pure blood Heartless from living hearts, those are the ones without the symbol. Heartless that have symbols aren't pure blood. They're kind of like manufactured, they're birthed. Pure blood ones are like the little shadows and like the Neo shadows and the balls. Remember the balls? Stuff like that don't have the symbol. At least so far as I know. But they then use those Heartless to synthesize artificial versions of the creatures as well. They synthesize Heartless war insignias that were called emblems. Yeah, pure blood or emblem, they're Heartless. It doesn't matter, they're just Heartless, but pure blood. Heartless act only to fulfill their instinctive needs. They single-mindedly detect hearts and swarm around them. The human's commands would be ineffective. The Heartless would easily steal the human's heart and use it to increase their own ranks. What if an even stronger Heartless was giving the orders? If he cast aside his own soul and body and became a Heartless, would he be able to control the otherwise intractable Heartless? So, Xehanort's Heartless. Furthermore, wouldn't he be planning to make use of the creature's instincts? The heart-seeking Heartless have their sights on a larger, more powerful heart. The ultimate goal is crystal clear. The largest heart in existence, the heart of the world. Kingdom Hearts. This is all conjecture. It would seem he is utilizing the Heartless in his search for the path leading to the heart of the world. So he's trying to get to it. Ansem 0.6. My choice to befriend darkness here in the midst of nothing was a sound. It's good to be bad. The moment I stared straight ahead with a calm heart, neither rejecting darkness nor fearing it, I gained a newfound power. Superhuman power. Power of the darkness. It is likely Xehanort and the others were enraptured by this power, eventually becoming its prisoners. I do not intend to allow my heart to be devoured by the darkness as they did, of course. I'm going to be better. I can take care of it where they couldn't, of course. It's always like that, Dip. I do not intend to allow blah 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 though. With his new power, I uncovered a corridor of darkness that connects the realm of nothingness to the outside world. So, remember, those are the little portals you always see them opening. You can't go back and forth between... I'll show you. So let's use a visual example itself. Nope. Okay. So he's here, where Aqua is too. You can't jump back and forth between these two. But light people, the world of the light, cannot go to the world of darkness. There's no way in except losing your heart and all that. The dark beings can go to the world of light, though. Shadows can enter into light because it beams shadow, metaphorically and in real. Metaphoric becomes real. So they go through the one between and come through here. Dark Denzians can go back and forth. Light Denzians can't unless they give in and all that. So he had the ability now to do back and forth. That's why Aqua can't leave. Unless she gives into the darkness, she can't leave. But giving into the darkness will change her forever, so she's not going to do that. So you get the idea. Sorry, go back. So that's kind of the idea there. Yeah. Next one. While it's still difficult to come and go as I please, my banishment now is a thing of the past. To deceive Xehanort to my apprentices, I first used my power to change form before returning to the realm of light. I wrapped myself in some bandages and got a cool cloak. As I suspected, Xehanort had become a Heartless. Under my name, that's Xehanort is the Heartless, the boss of Kingdom Hearts 1. Final boss. Under my name, he commanded other Heartless in quest to snatch away the hearts of many different worlds. At the center of the hearts Xehanort had stolen was Kingdom Hearts, which attracts tremendous darkness to itself and attempts to send any and all matter back into its depths. The other 5 have disappeared. Have they become heartless like Xehanort? Did they vanish after Xehanort exploited them? I became familiar with an unusual entity while pursuing the truth. It is the soul and body that remain when a being loses its heart. The heart. Okay, so the soul's with the body for nobodies. Okay. When a Heartless is born, these entities disappear from the realm of light. To be reborn as entirely new beings in a completely different realm. Okay, so the soul's part of a nobody. It's not just the body. Okay. So the soul's animating it. The soul is like, okay, so heart is like actually the soul in Kingdom Hearts. The soul is more like memories and like kind of like what makes you you in those kinds of ways. And the body's the body, so that's kind of how it's. While beings born of darkness and those lacking hearts may find them convenient, it is dangerous for others to make much use of the corridors of darkness. Darkness erodes the heart. Yeah, so if you're already gone, it doesn't matter, but if you aren't, it's dangerous. In search of a place to proceed with my research and planning away from prying eyes, I found myself in Twilight Town. There's a quiet village forgotten in the chasm between light and darkness. Oh, it's between light and dark? Oh, so that's why Twilight Town is always twilight? It's kind of closer to the Creed middle. That's dangerous. Why is it so peaceful there? I situated myself in the basement of an old mansion standing beyond the woods, so that's why I was there. My underground research resulted in one new discovery after another, so that's why there was a research facility up there. When a Heartless is born, the body and soul left behind are reborn to the world as a nobody, different being. Though only for some, it doesn't happen every time. They possess different intentions than their Heartless brother. And while it is unclear what these sentient things are after, it would appear they are responsible for much bedlam in this world. My erstwhile friend, good gosh, this guy, the king and his subjects, along with the hero wielding the Keyblade, are bad. Oh, I just remembered, I didn't do the candy. I had a candy for today. I just remembered, I was reminding myself to do it. Okay, next time we're going to do the final candy, everyone. I meant to do it for the final world, and I didn't do it. But we can still save it, because we're still at the final world, so we're fine. I didn't mess up. Gosh dang it. While we were in the cutscene with the shooting guy, I remembered, and I was like, okay, remind yourself to get it after the cutscene. I forgot. I have it in there. It's very luxurious. So we'll see. I'll do it next time. My erstwhile friend, the king and his subjects, along with the hero wielding the Keyblade, Sora, are battling the Sora, Doll, and Goofy. Are battling the Heartless even as a new threat approaches. This new threat. They have given themselves a fitting name, I suppose. These non-beings. Nobody. So, while Sora and them will take care of the stuff in Kingdom Hearts 1, the nobody bad guys were starting to get things together. In order to do Kingdom Hearts 2 with all the patties here. A great number of nobodies have lost human form, because of the Heartless. Yet the nobody born of someone with a strong heart remains in shape. But with the faintest visible changes. That's why Axel gets like the eye stuff. He didn't have that when he was human. Spoiler, I guess, but no, you knew that because back when he was a kid, you didn't see it. We saw him as a kid, he was birthed by sleep. So they get little things. Stop! Jeez, I keep hitting the thing. It appears my betrayers have retained their human forms as nobodies and are gathering for more followers in hopes of furthering a new scheme. Organization 13, formed of 13 nobodies with my betrayers at its core, has divided into two. They are said to be carrying out some sort of research. So two, the ones that caused oblivion, the other ones they betrayed and all that. Seeking to uncover the plans of this organization, I've decided to head for where 6 of its members have gathered. Oh, towering over the outer limits of the realm of light and dark, Castle Oblivion. So he went to Castle Oblivion, where 6 of them were sent, remember, Chain of Memories, and where they got their butts kicked. It appears I have been too distracted by the behavior of Xehanort and his cohorts, and by the events occurring in their vicinity. My friend's struggles to protect the realm of light from the threat of Heartless is now over. With Xehanort's Heartless, going by the name Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, defeated. So they ended Kingdom Hearts 1. Oh, I didn't pay attention, they beat him. The other wielders of the Keyblade, this hero, traveled from world to world, sealing up keyholes, laying Heartless low. Yay, Sora! My sweet smiling boy. Meanwhile, the king, who had dived into the realm of darkness, remember, worked with the Keyblade-wielding hero to close the door of Kingdom Hearts from the realms of both light and dark, so shutting the door at the end, thus holding off the threat of tremendous darkness. Yep, so, shutting the door. But there are still a great number of Heartless afoot. And Organization 13 and nobodies continue to be active in the shadows. Indeed, the world is still a very dangerous place. We must find a way to do battle with these enemies. Thus I will both make amends and have my revenge. Yeah. It is for this reason I infiltrated Castle Oblivion. It consists of 13 floors above and 12 floors below, with the contents of its white rooms transforming in response to its visitors' memories. And remember, that was changed from Land of Departure by Aqua. Organization 13 was conducting experiments on memories here. The subject of these experiments, a girl named Namine, appeared to possess extremely unusual abilities. Were they attempting to derive something from these powers? Refusing to be distracted by Organization 13, I have returned to my own secret research when a new visitor appeared at the castle today. It was Sora, the Keyblade-wielding hero who had defeated Ansem and his companions. Since when Sora goes to Castle Oblivion, deep underground, the stench of darkness arose. Oh, then that's Riku coming in. All the players are coming together. That's why Diz was there for Riku. He was already there, and he's like, Riku! I should have expected nothing less from a Keyblade-wielding hero. Sora and his friends defied the machinations of Organization 13 and rescued Namine. The end of the Chain of Memories, baby. Namine was a witch who controlled the memories of others. Sora, specifically. Most likely these powers were achieved through a special process when she was born. Namine is a nobody, created when a young girl's heart left her body. Yet she has no corresponding Heartless. That's weird. Namine was created whenever someone lost their nobody. I mean, someone lost their heart, of course. But there was no Heartless created at the same time. That's odd. It's almost like someone without any darkness in their heart lost their heart, and she was created. But the only people without darkness in their heart are Ventus, who doesn't have his heart as in Sora, and the princesses of heart, right? So who would be? This young girl, in this case, was a princess. Oh, you're just gonna say it. Fine, I was gonna save it. Kairi, a resident of Radiant Garden, which I once ruled, was one of the 7 princesses that hold the realm. With no darkness in her heart, Kairi produced no Heartless, and instead of vanishing, her body remained in the realm of light. In other words, both the nobody called Namine and the Heartless, proof of the lost heart, are extremely unstable beings who lack the bodies needed to produce a nobody. Therefore, they also lack Kairi's memories. One reason for this may be Kairi's heart did not return. Oh, here we go. You're really just gonna spoil it, aren't you? Fine. One reason may be that Kairi's heart did not return to the darkness when separated from her body, but rather migrated to another vessel, deep within Sora's. So, do you remember when Kairi lost her heart at the beginning? Okay, we're gonna use the slides. I'm using the slides. I'm gonna pick this thing up. Ugh. Use the slides. We're doing it. Okay. You remember, Kairi lost her heart. It went inside Sora's. Remember? She lost her heart, which means that nobody could be created whenever the darkness overtook Destiny Islands. But instead of losing it immediately and turning into the darkness, because it just would go into the dark realm and nobody would come, it went straight to Sora. So a nobody wasn't created yet because it was still safe. And her body itself, you just lied there like Ventus's did. But Is it? When Sora had to save Kairi, what he did was he stabbed himself and lost his heart. And when his heart was lost from his body, so was Kairi's. So Kairi lost her heart, but it was lost from inside Sora. Just like Roxas was created at this time, so too... Where is it? Oh gosh, Super Giant Woman. Was she? She was created at the same time as Roxas was, because she lost her heart the same time that Roxas lost his. Her heart was lost whenever the darkness attacked Destiny Islands, but it wasn't lost, it was moved. So it wasn't fully gone. But it did leave her body, so her body was bleh. But it was lost whenever it left Sora's. So that process created Naminé. That's why Naminé has special control over Sora's memories. Because Naminé is the nobody of Kairi, but also kind of the nobody of Sora, too. Because it left Sora's body at the same time. So it has a unique link to Sora, and therefore, she has unique control as well. Also, Sora and Kairi really like each other. So there's that, too, and the bond's very strong, of course. But yeah, that's also why she has those powers. Pretty cool, actually. I think that's a cool little loophole that gives her a unique ability. That is, Naminé is an alter ego of the Kairi, who has directly interfered with Sora's heart. Yep, so she's a byproduct of Sora as he remembers Kairi going into his heart. So it's like, yeah, convoluted, but kind of interesting. That's where I'll give Nomura some credit. That is interesting, where it's like, nobody's born. Naminé is born uniquely because Lost Heart went straight into Sora, is now part of Sora's heart, part of him. Lost from Sora, now the nobody that's created is Kairi's, because the heart's Kairi's, but now it's got a Sora connection that it normally wouldn't. Pretty interesting. That is, could this be why Sora and those whose hearts are connected to him were able to have their memories controlled by Naminé? Yep, that's why. She is a non-being in the truest sense of the word. Having not even become a true nobody, with nowhere left to go, she is the most fleeting of shadows. Yep, that's why Kairi, when she got her heart back, her nobody could keep going. It still existed. She was fine, and her nobody was still able to exist as well. Because at that time, it kind of existed as its own kind of thing. That's why Roxas could exist while Sora was walking around too. Remember, Sora got his heart back, but his nobody was still walking around. So in a way, Sora existed without a body. And Kairi kinda too, because their bodies were separated as their nobodies. Because of the unique way, because, well, I won't say that yet. But yes, they exist in a unique way. And that's also why when you saw Kairi and Naminé running together, Naminé was starting to falter because Kairi's existence is more pronounced and alive, and she's not, so she can't keep herself together much more. It's report 10. Sora went to sleep in order to recover the memories he lost in Castle Rivet. End of chain memories. It would take quite some time to bring back all the memories he had created in his lifetime, especially from Kingdoms 1. Organization 13 held sway over Castle Rivet. Sora would need to be kept someplace more secure. I persuaded Naminé to move the slumbering Sora to Twilight Town for safekeeping. Naminé. As I has written here before, she is a most unusual being. Born of the same process as a nobody, but lacking virtually all the elements of a nobody. I mean, she doesn't have a weapon, that's true. She can't create corridors of darkness. No, she could. She did it to save Kairi. We just saw that. Okay, so she can do that. She has Kairi's memories, but she has more than that too, so. Perhaps she continues drawing in hopes of capturing that, which she lacks. The memories of others, especially Sora. I have arrived at a hypothesis. I believe Naminé was born as a special type of nobody when Sora attacked himself with the keyblade. Okay, I already explained this. Causing his and Kairi's heart to leave their bodies simultaneously. Naminé emerged as Kairi's nobody, but the body and soul necessary to exist as a nobody belong to Sora. That's why she has it. When a person's heart is stolen, a heartless is born with no sense of self, and the body and soul left behind give rise to a nobody. But what if one willingly releases one's heart from one's body? Sora and Xehanort retain their selfhood even after becoming heartless. Yes, that's right. Remember, Xehanort, as a Heartless, was the only one we've seen who had self-control and a mind. And Sora, too. Because remember, when we were the little shadow, we controlled him. But they gave into the darkness for two completely separate reasons. One for selfishness and gain, and one for sacrifice. Almost like they're mirrors of each other. Okay, I'm going to say it. As we go forward, keep that in mind about Sora and Xehanort being mirrors of each other, because I'm going to probably do a thesis on it at the end here, at the end of like everything, Kingdom Hearts 3 and everything. And I actually, that is one of the things Nomura, the creator, did that I actually think a lot of people don't hone in on. That's actually really cool. So we'll talk about that. Then there are Kairi and Nami. Kairi was exceptional for having no darkness within her heart. She's a princess of heart, that's neat. Also exceptional was that her heart, once freed, migrated to a new vessel, Sora. And that's because of all the pieces are coming together. That's because of the spell that's beautiful. Let me go ahead and show this. I want to do step by step. That's a spell that Beautiful put on her, remember? If something happens, things go bad, you yeet out of there, you go to the nearest safe haven. Okay. So that's what happened. That spell was kicking in. Because Aqua is the master. No, she actually is. She is a master. The combination of these two theoretical unlikely exceptions may be behind this. There are matters I must attend to while Sora's asleep. New allies appear in the scene. Riku. So this is whenever you make contact with Riku. This is why I love Sora, is because all of this special stuff, Naminé and her special powers, and her being impelled, and like the ability for Sora to be able to cue Keyblades because he has Ventus's heart deep down, it's all because of the actions they take. It's not because of a chosen one thing or any of that. Not that those are bad story beats, but it's because they're actions. Sora already accepted a heart into him who needed help, Ventus. That's why he was able to accept Kairi. Plus the spell that was put on Kairi too. But the perfect scenario was created because of the kind choices that they made. So I like that. It's the heroes winning and doing well because of the good choices they make. I was reunited with an old friend at Castle Oblivion. I was able to disclose my identity. Oh, because he met Mickey, because Mickey was with Riku. You could have disclosed it. If he knew the situation, he would likely try to stop me from carrying out my revenge. Yeah, maybe you should have listened. Much as I would dearly love to converse with him in his old days, it is now but a hopeless dream. No, it's not! You literally, this is why, people. You make your own choices. We all do. Zip. Let me show the slide. I got proof. I got proof. I got freaking proof. Hold on. You're not getting away with this. Hold on. Where is it? Here we go. When Diz gave them the cloaks, remember? He said, oh, that might show your ears, whatever. He was talking to Mickey. He could have revealed himself at that point and stopped this whole thing, and Mickey, they could have worked together and done great. He could have talked through his bitterness, but he wanted to hold on to it. Keep in mind, when bitterness takes a heart, and revenge and bitterness for it, it is the person who holds on to it is the reason it stays. Forgiveness is not for the other individual, it's for the self. And it's for honoring the Lord. As we were forgiven, we are to forgive others, but it's for ourselves. When one forgives, it frees oneself from the chains. He could have forgiven. Actually, I'm gonna bring up a Bible verse for it. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What about bitterness? Let me look up bitterness. I want a good verse for this. This is important. Let all bitterness be put away from you, of course. The heart knows its own bitterness. Proverbs 14:10. And in no stranger shares its joy. So, yeah, that's actually a really good verse. Proverbs 14:10. The heart knows its own bitterness, and no stranger shares its joy. A heart that is Job 21:25. Another dies in bitterness. Oh, wait, nah, I know what that's talking about. Hatred, Proverbs 10:12. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offenses. I like that Proverbs 14:10. That's a good one. Thank you, Lord. Heart knows its own bitterness, and no stranger shares its joy. When one gives in to bitterness, that heart itself is the only one that knows the joy and the bitterness it's feeling. Whenever Ansem refused to open up and refused to let that bitterness go, because he knew if he opened up to King Mickey, they would try to work through it, that bitterness would leave. A lot of the times, this isn't for everyone, so please don't just apply this blanket. A lot of the times when people are suffering from bitterness, sometimes even depressive, I'm going to say it, depressive feelings, anxiety, sometimes it's because the person doesn't want to give it up. Because that place is comfortable. I know, it's like, how? Because it's because it's controlled. I control my depression, I control my anxiety, I know how this feels. And especially bitterness and revenge for sure. I know how this feels, I know how this is going to turn out for me, I want this. A lot of times because the person won't let it go. Forgiveness and opening of the heart is dangerous, it's vulnerable, and doing it can hurt oneself, but it can also heal. But that danger of hurt a lot of times closes people off, and sometimes also the ego of it too. This is my bitterness, it's my depression, it's my anxiety. I'm not letting someone else take this away from me. I'm not letting someone else belittle it and get rid of it. This is mine. I'm choosing to wallow in it because my ego is wrapped around this. Especially revenge and bitterness. That's the big one. Because I'm not letting it go. And because Ansem decided to do that, well, look where he ended up now. Where is he now? My friend has been fighting in the realm of darkness. Most likely he found his way there through Traverse Town. Is that how he got there? Okay. The Castle of Oblivion. That village also rests on the cleft between light and dark. Not that far in. Oblivion's way in there. It consists of the remnants of worlds whose hearts have been stolen by the Heartless. No, it doesn't. Wow, really? Traverse Town? Oh, Traverse Town! Oh my god. I was thinking Twilight Town. My goodness, I'm sorry. Yes, Traverse Town is there. Yes. It is where those who have barely escaped the destruction of their worlds eventually find themselves. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1, the main hobby. This realm between is quite unstable, with corridors of darkness appearing from time to time. Whenever a world disappears, some of its inhabitants must arrive here through these corridors. Surely Sora traveled these same corridors of darkness when he first left Traverse Town. Sees my friend, fighting in the realm of darkness, appeared in Castle Oblivion, through a corridor of darkness constructed by Organization 13. My new ally, Riku, has also affected his return via one of these corridors. Yeah, because he went between after he got shut out. He swore to me he would give his all for his best friend. So, this is after Kingdom Hearts 1, whenever he realized his mistake, Riku's wanted to change. In fact, Sora's memories have been slow to return. Thus I have asked Riku to bring me another Sora, his nobody. Sora is indispensable if I am to achieve my goal. See, thinking of using people, it's my bitterness. I need this for me. I require the Keyblade wielding hero to fly through the realm of light and defeat the opposition. Number 12. Apart from Naminé, nobody's retained their memories of the time as humans. Why does he keep saying Naminé doesn't have her memories of Kairi? She obviously does. She has memories of all of them. That's the whole point. Well, you know what? I take that back. Naminé probably didn't have her memories. She just had the ability to mess with them. So she's like, oh, that's who I used to be. She literally read them. They're not hers. Fair enough. All right, fair enough. She still has them, man. I mean, she looks at it. It's like, oh, there you go. I guess seeing something and living it are two separate things. So fine. But whatever. But Sora's nobody. Roxas has lost Sora's memories. This is likely because Sora's time as a Heartless was short. Yep, because remember, he was Heartless and then right back. So Roxas came out was like, remember he was a zombie at first. 350 over 2 days. Because Sora's time as a Heartless was short. He recovered his heart and returned to his human form soon after leaving behind Roxas as nobody, who was put in Twilight Town. I guess because the reason Roxas appeared in Twilight Town is because it's close to the in-between, I guess. But wouldn't he just appear in Hollow Bastion? Whatever. It would seem Roxas is much like Naminé. Naminé is Kairi's nobody, but came into being via Sora's body and soul. Likewise, Roxas is Sora's nobody, but was left behind because Sora's Heartless remained in human form using Kairi's heart instead of his own. Yeah, they're kind of mirrors of each other. Also, he looks like Ventus because, remember, Ventus is Heartless. And maybe that Sora's memories are slow to return because the half of him is Roxas still lacking. I must convert Roxas into data and return it to Sora. I gotta make up data! Good gosh, you suck. As a member of Organization 13, it was exceedingly difficult to bring Roxas in. Having lost to Roxas once, Riku laid everything in the line and used the power of darts. Also, there was someone else, like a girl, who took some of the memories and then she died or went away and did the memories and we all forgot her. Wait, did I make that up? Is this fan fiction? Gosh, it's hard to tell with Kingdom Hearts and Nomura. The second battle, only just managing to bring Roxas back. Organization 13 moves ever nearer. Here, Twilight Town is where Roxas was reborn as a nobody. This is where Roxas first encountered Organization 13 and joined its ranks. They are bound to search this place thoroughly. First, I shall convert all of Twilight Town into data and construct a world duplicate of Sora's memories. I shall place Roxas within that world to live out his days and gain those memories. There's little time. Organization seems must be making progress. Is this the final one? Yeah, okay. Tomorrow, Sora. So this is at the end, right before Roxas was entering. This is right before the beginning of. This is right during the prelude of this game, where we played as Roxas forever. My long and drawn out revenge is nearing its end. Xehanort took everything away from me. Though as a Heartless he is no more, as leader of Organization 13, his ambition once again is to capture Kingdom Hearts, most colossal heart of all. His Heartless had attempted to draw out the great darkness of Kingdom Hearts, created from the hearts of all worlds. His nobody, however, is now almost finished gathering human hearts to be assimilated into Kingdom Hearts as well. The fool! Fool! Only one mystery remains. How did Xehanort manage to open the door that appeared in the basement of my castle? Yeah, how did that first door appear? No. Any theory posited now, when everything is nearing completion, would be meaningless. Roxas, Ansem, Alvinae. They defy all logic, yet there they are. Singular exceptions to the rule. By Ansem, he means Xehanort. The theories proposed by me and my Organization 13 have been blown to pieces by a handful of strong-hearted individuals. Sora, Kairi, Riku. Ah yes, Riku. Though his heart had its weaknesses, making him prone to darkness, he found support in the hope he discovered beyond suffering. His hope allowed him to stand his ground, and took the darkness to his heart from an enemy to his greatest weapon. When all this is over, it is my fervent hope that he will be able to return the sword to his island. If I can, I should like to return to Radiant Garden, to look once more upon the beautiful water, the lovely flowers, hopeful smiles of the people. Dear King, my friend, I believe that at some point in time you will come across these, my truthful accounts. How I wish I could have chatted with you again. I was a fool, obsessed with revenge. Forgive me. You still are. You still were. You still suck. Well, there's Ansem. There's his reports, and that's what happened. Hey, oh, do I have any more puzzle pieces I can... Yeah, whatever, I'll do that later. Well, there you go, everyone. Hey, what the? Riku's level 58, we're all 57? God, freaking try hard. There you go. There's the reports. That's how everything came together. So that was happening with Ansem this whole time. He was gathering his, working in the shadows to get all this going. Well, that'll do it for today. I know that last little bit was just me reading, but, deep lore, it's important. We're trying to uncover all of it after all. Oh gosh, the PowerPoint. Oh, this is gonna suck. I don't think I need to add anything, but, well, that'll be the end for that. For that, the Kingdom Hearts Chronicles are done for today. When we come back, we will do our final one. And yes, I will do the candy, okay? I'm sorry I didn't do it this time. That's on me. I completely blanked on that. You saw how much story there was, all right? There was a lot going on. I'm sorry, okay? I'm going to fix it. But yeah, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm Icarus once again. These are streams. Next Friday will be our final dive into Kingdom Hearts 2 final mix for the Kingdom Hearts Chronicles. And with it, we'll finish the Chronicles for a little bit. We won't dive in again until probably Christmas. It's going to be a while. I've got a lot of stuff going on. That stupid test again. And then a bunch of stuff. So it's going to be a little bit. But I'm hoping to come back strong. And, well, not super strong. Recoded's next, which is... Yeah. But after that, Dream Drop. Which Dream Drop gets crazy. You thought all this was convoluted. He hasn't even introduced the most terrible, awful concept you don't introduce if it's not in the main thing of your story. Well, he technically touched on it in the deep lore stuff, but trust me, we'll get there. Anyway, this is going to be on YouTube soon. I'll get it up as fast as I can. Thank you so much for everything, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. I know we're stopping a little bit early-ish, but we did go for 3 hours. But I've got a thing to go to later, and I still got to eat dinner before I go. So I'm actually going to go socialize. It'll be fun. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. If you're watching VODs, thanks for stopping by. May God bless you, and let your heart, or let the Lord's heart and his love be your guiding key. I'll see you next time, everyone. Goodbye. When we come back, I'll have Ultima and all the good stuff. It'll be great.